Good morning. I'm Polly Leondis, and this is the first in a series of videos in which I'm going to share and teach you some wonderful self-care techniques to help you take your nervous system out of the fight or flight response and to bring a deep state of relaxation to your nervous system. Stress, prolonged stress, in which the body is in the fight or flight response for long periods of time, is very detrimental to our health, and it is one of the biggest contributors to the increase and progression of disease states, I believe. So today I'm going to share with you a technique in which we're going to learn some self-abdominal massage. Why is this important? This is important because actually I think the most important tool of self-care for relaxing the nervous system is deep diaphragmatic breathing, and using that deep diaphragmatic breathing in very specific breathing exercises. But before we learn to breathe deeply, I want to help you be able to relax the muscles in the abdominal wall and some of the intercostal muscles and the diaphragm muscle itself. When these muscles are more relaxed and not carrying tension, they're more easily able to expand when we go to do our deep diaphragmatic breathing. So the video on the deep diaphragmatic breathing I will post next Sunday. But this Sunday I am posting my Happy Buddha Belly Self-Abdominal Massage video. So I want to get started and teach you how to do it. I've made a little sheet. Excuse me, I'm not an artist, with a diagram of a clock. Okay, so we're going to imagine, in your mind, I want you to imagine that there's a clock printed on your belly. Okay, so that clock would be a circle in between the bottom of your rib cage and your hips and pubic bone. Okay, so that's where you would think about that circle being, with all of the numbers on the clock. You're going to take your hands, curl your fingers, and you're going to use your fingertips together like this. You're going to begin at 12 o'clock. Okay. Whenever we do abdominal massage, we want to work in a clockwise direction because this is the direction of the large intestine in terms of how it moves the waste out of the body. And we want to assist that, and we want to help stimulate the peristaltic action of the stomach and the intestines. So the self-abdominal massage not only is going to help you breathe more deeply and relax the nervous system, but it assists and aids in really excellent digestion. It's very, very good if you're bloated, if you're having any trouble eliminating. So it's great for a lot of things. It also begins to rev up the metabolism, and it's really, really important. So you're going to take your fingers, curve them, use the fingertips. You're going to start at 12 o'clock, so that's right under the sternum, right under what we call the xiphoid process. So you're going to use your fingers, and you're going to gently use a little compression at 12 o'clock, okay? Now, I'm not going to take as much time as you might take doing this, and normally I suggest that you do this lying down flat on your back. It's just a little easier for me to make the video doing it seated. So you're going to work in a clockwise direction. So let me say one thing. When you begin doing self-abdominal massage, you'll notice when you place your fingers in an area and use a little bit of gentle compression, it often doesn't feel good. You're going to go, ooh, icky, icky, yuck, because you are carrying tension in the abdominal muscles and also carrying tension in the fascia around the viscera. So we want to release that. So you want to just go gently, just use a little bit of compression. But after you do that for a little bit, the muscles, the fascia should start to release. And then you can use a little deeper compression. Go a little bit more deeply. Okay. So after you go at 12 o'clock, you're going to move down to your left, where your stomach is, and you're going to do the same thing at 1 o'clock. Okay. Then you're going to continue underneath the rib cage to 2 o'clock. Okay. Then there is a hollow, a space between the bottom of your rib cage and your hip bone. And it is lateral. It is to the side of the body. There's a hollow there where there's no bony structure. You're going to, again, use your fingertips in there at 3 o'clock and do some self-abdominal massage. Then you're going to come down at 4 o'clock, and it's going to be inside the hip bone. So if you look at the paper, those lines at the bottom of the clock are indicating where your hip bone, where the hip bones are, the pelvic bones. So you're going to, again, at 4 o'clock, do some circular massage, 5 o'clock. And then 6 o'clock is right above the pubic bone. So it's really important that you go to the bathroom before you do this, right? Or you're going to be uncomfortable. So right above the pubic bone, you can literally take 5 to 10 minutes to do this. It feels so good, and I encourage all of my yoga students, all of my massage clients, shiatsu clients to do this every evening, and every evening before you go to sleep. Every morning when you get up, lying flat on your back in your bed, do that prior to your deep breathing, and it really assists in the deep breathing, okay? Then we're going to come now to your right side, inside the pelvic bone, 7 o'clock, coming up a little, inside the bone, 8 o'clock, and then again, in the hollow, the space between the bottom of the rib cage and your hip bone, okay? Then you're going to, again, use some gentle compression. And then start coming upward underneath the rib cage. And again, here is where your liver is. And so it's really going to be beneficial for you to relax all the abdominal muscles and the fascia around the viscera. And then you're going to come up at 11 o'clock. And then back to 12 o'clock. Okay? You're going to do that one time. And then you see where I placed the hands of the clock going straight up to 12. And down to 6. So now we're just going to make a straight line down between the top and just above the pubic bone. So, and we're only going to do 5 spaces. Right here, and then halfway between here and your belly button, your navel, you're going to come down, massage. Then right on top of the navel, just below the navel, and then just above the pubic bone. And again, you will take more time than I am demonstrating. After you've done that, you need to shake your hands out probably. And then make flat hands. And just as if you were rubbing a baby's belly, if a baby was lying on their back on the crib, you're going to just rub very gently, easily, in a clockwise direction. And then relax. Then you're going to take your hands to the where your rib cage is. And you can literally place some fingertips in between the ribs. You can feel that very gently. And again, you're just going to work in a circular motion and just begin to massage, literally in between the ribs. Okay? And again, you'll take a little more time than I'm demonstrating. And this also is going to help the muscles in this area soften and relax. Shake your hands out. And then close your eyes and just take a few slow, deep breaths in and out. So in our diaphragmatic breathing, a couple of things that happen is that we get the air all the way into the lowest lobes of the lungs, which causes the diaphragm to move down a little bit, and the belly will expand just gently. We're not pushing the belly out, but the belly will expand. And also another aspect of that really deep diaphragmatic breathing is directing the breath into the sides of the rib cage. The rib cage is designed to flare out to the sides and to the back when we breathe deeply. So you're going to breathe in, and you're going to feel the air expand through the rib cage into the belly. Nice, deep, beautiful breathing in and out. So my video next Sunday, I will be working on teaching you how to breathe deeply, diaphragmatically, and we're also going to learn the 1-2 breathing technique next Sunday. So I really encourage you to practice your self-abdominal massage. It's great for you, it relaxes you, and it'll give you a happy Buddha belly. So have a wonderful Sunday, everyone. Thanks. Bye-bye.